just got done watching that Dahmer murder or Monster Jeffrey Dahmer story on Netflix. And I will honestly say that that was probably the best depiction of what happened, I guess, to him and the victims that I've ever seen before. So I give kudos to the cast, directors, writers, everybody on that movie. I mean, on that series, actually. And it is like late at night. I think it's like 12 or 1 o'clock here while I sit there and watch that. But I am really, I would say, satisfied with what I saw on that, because of the simple fact that it was a long enough time. And even in 10 episodes, they gave enough information, because the other things that I seen, like the horror movies over Dahmer, they were still based more in the murderous kind of serial killer fashion on everything. There was no like actual depth to it technically, but this had a lot of depth in it, and I like how it had a lot of depth with actually the victims. It talked a lot about the victims and what the victims went through, as well as the damaging that he did that rippled through even when he wasn't even there anymore, through the victims' lives and the families that he just ruined. And I actually really like that. I like that they went into them more instead of just only talking about Jeffrey Dahmer and what actually went on with him. I will say that it is, if you can stomach the actual acts of the things that he did to people, it actually is really good for you to actually sit down and watch it, and just kind of, you might not be able to binge watch it. Sorry for that if you saw spit on fly in my mouth. But you may not be able to sit down and watch, like binge watch that, like it's like a Game of Thrones or The Witcher or something. But even if you took it in little pieces, it still would be something good to sit down and just like watch if you're into that kind of stuff, or you wondering how things went. And I'm into all those things. So I wanted to see how they were going to do it. And I'm really glad that they actually did it justice for what had happened to people, what had happened to the victims, and to really get into the victims' lives and their families' lives and things like that, as well as to learn more about Jeffrey's past as well. Even though I didn't care that much about his past, I really wanted to see how they were going to actually break it down as far as the victims themselves. So that was a great thing to me. I will say that if you're not prepared for it, it might mess you up a little bit for as far as sleeping. It's not gonna bother me, but I'm pretty sure there's probably quite a bit of people that watched that series and probably had problems with sleeping, to be honest with you. But I will say that I did not eat. I treated this series like swimming. I didn't eat 30 minutes before I watched it. Granted, I didn't eat 30 minutes after either. So that is what I was doing on that. I thought it was really good though. If you're open to that and you're open to, I guess, diving into that world, then I think it is a good thing for you to check out. And if that's not something you want to check out, I completely understand. It is not for everybody. But I said I was going to give a review on it, and I really liked the way everything was presented as far as that series. So I really enjoyed it. And I know at this point, after seeing that series, I don't need to see nothing else about them. It gave me everything I needed to see right then and there, in that series. And I think it gave me enough information and enough visuals that I don't need to see anything or hear anything else about that dude. So you won't hear nothing else from me about him other than, this review right now. But the Dahmer monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, is good to watch. I see why it's in the top 10. So if you can stomach the craziness, and really just watch it to kind of see more about the actual victims and focus more on what has actually happened to them, then I think it would be great for you to watch. So I'm going to go outside on the back porch and stare at some stars for a little bit and kind of get my brain back in order from what I just watched. And I will catch y'all tomorrow with more videos over different things. Y'all have a good night. Peace.